I'm Linda from paperboutique.blogspot.com. Since I made my video on how to make paper rosettes, I have come up with a couple of new techniques that I'd like to share with you. For detailed directions on how to make rosettes, please be sure to watch my first video. Well, this is what we're going to be making today. We're going to be making this metallic looking rosette. And I think you're going to be surprised to find out what this rosette is made out of. Well, let's go ahead and get started. To make rosettes like that, you'll need a strip of, and it's very lightweight paper, and you can cut it the desired width. This particular one is done at 1 inch. On my first video, they ranged from 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches. So you're going to cut it 12 inches long, in this particular case 1 inch. Now for the magic of duct tape. That's what it's made out of. It's just the plain silver duct tape. What you're going to do is just unroll the duct tape, and I'm not going to take your time to do this, and then just line that edge right up against the duct tape, and then just trim along the other edge. It's super, super simple. And let me show you what that tends to look like when you're done. You're going to end up, if you just go ahead and pleat it, you're just going to end up with kind of this edge. And before you pleat it, it's going to actually look like this. And here's pink duct tape just right on the back of the green. But we want to take it a step further, because if you remember, this card had a little scalloped edge. So I want to show you how to do that scallop look to it. But before I do that, I want to show you that you can get duct tape. I mean, the most beautiful blue kind of metallic look. I showed you the pink. This one I really think is, I haven't used it yet, but it has, like, I don't know if you're able to see it, like little flecks of blue in it, and then of course the silver. Well, for this step I'm just going to use the pink. Once again, we took our 1 inch by 12 inch strip, put it onto the duct tape and trimmed it, and the great thing about it is it's super flexible. Well, now in order to get those cute little kind of wavy lines, I used the Duct scissors. I've had these scissors in the drawers for years and haven't used them, and I thought, oh, it'd be fun. And you can also use the scallop or any number of them. Just remember, if you don't use an edge to it, you're going to get this really, and I think it's a beautiful, beautiful look. But if you do use the decal, you're going to get this look. And let me show you how I do it to kind of keep it straight. What I did, because I wanted my finished product to be about 3/4 of an inch, my finished rosette, I went ahead and measured and drew a line 1/4 of an inch in. And what I like to do, and I'll show you, I just like to line up the teeth, the tip of, and I'll show you on this one because it's a little easier to see, right along that line. And then you can see you'll get a straight edge. Then line it up again just to make sure. I hope you can see this in frame. And then just bring it down. And you'll get it a straight line every time. Well, I'm not going to take your time to go ahead and do that. Next, what we're going to do, first you'll trim the edge, and then next you'll use the scoreboard. And like I said, or the Martha Stewart scoreboard, like I said before, detailed directions are on my other video. And what I like to do is turn the duct tape face up, and then you're going to score every, I hope you can see that, let me bring that down just in case you can't, every 1/4 of an inch. But a little trick I like to do, because it's so slippery at that width, is I'll take and put just a little piece of clear tape at the end, and then I'll bring this down to make sure you can see, and then a little piece of tape there to hold it, and then go ahead and score every 1/4 of an inch and fold it into accordion folds. And that's what I have here. And you can see that there's the line where I drew the line so that I could cut along it using my decollage scissors. And then I just accordion folded the entire thing, and I clipped off, right here is where it seamed. I clipped off one edge and put the other one over the top, so it's kind of a seamless edge. Now in my first video, what I suggested you do is go ahead and use glue dots the center of this is like a 1-inch circle punch, and I just used this. I used glue dots and then a glue stick to hold it down. But this duct tape is very difficult to stick, so what I used is just a very inexpensive glue gun. But the tip I wanted to give you, because I like to hold it down a little, is to use a low temp glue gun. You can use the high temp, but watch out for your fingers. And you may want to practice this the first time. I'm not going to take your time to show you all of the detailed steps, but you can see that in the first video. You're just going to kind of work it so all the folds are there, and then the cut side, the decal side, or whatever is here. And then you're going to take and put a generous amount of glue there, and it's going to take you, it's going to take a while. It's not going to take a while. I mean, it's going to dry really quickly, so you need to just quickly pick this up, put it on top of the glue, and then what I like to do, I just like to hold, get it into the shape and then hold it. And that's why I like the low temp glue. So it's just that simple. You want to practice a little bit, and then it'll turn out perfectly every time. Let me just bring these back in, and it would be so much fun to do these with some of the other colored duct tape. And I want to show you the final card that I did. And this is just a brad that I clipped the ends of it off, and it's just, I think it's from Imagineers. It was in my stash, and just put it on there. But super, super simple, and they really do look like metal. I'm surprised they're made out of duct tape too. Well, I would like to thank you for watching, and please check out my blog at paperboutique.blogspot.com for more projects and ideas. Bye-bye.